Now, before you close your eyes or anything, can you now, this moment, don't get in a meditative position, please. Don't change one thing. Can you please focus your intelligence, your whole, everything you are, on your pure sensation? And that does not mean that you've got to go around your whole body, because the sensation is in one part of your body because it's in all parts of your body. If you can only just focus on the pure sensation. And the mind will say, well, where will I find it? Oh no, I'm not going to tell you where you find it. It's in your body. There it is. It's there now. The mind can't do it, but your intelligence can do it. You're focused on your pure intelligence. You see, pure sensation, if the sensation in the leg is precisely the same sensation as is in the chest, same sensation as in the head, same sensation that's in the nose, same sensation that's in your buttocks, your legs. It's all one. It's not a part at all. It is the brain that dismembers the pure sensation and then remembers it as the parts of the body. So there's the pure sensation. Now what are you looking for? Why don't you just focus on it? It's always there. But we are so conditioned by our likes and dislikes. Mind is the monitor, the thinker, the scientific mind particularly, which we now have inside of us. The cause and effect mind, that you can't just get the cause, because you want to get the effect. And the effect is what you know, and the cause is the cause of what you know. But we love to know what the cause is, and you can't know what the cause is, because if you knew it, it'd be an effect. So, what are we talking about here? Am I talking gibberish? No, I'm not. I'm talking truth, speaking truth. So there you got your pure sensation. You don't have to get it in any part. It's there in your body now. That's your reality. Your whole actual living body comes out of that one sensation. Isn't that amazing? The whole body, the head, the arms and legs and all the rest of it, created by the brain, which divides and redivides and disdivides and divides the whole of that pure sensation up until it consists of members, and then the members manifest as the human body. Well, I can't help it. I got to tell you, that's the truth of things. But of course, the scientists and everybody else knows different to that. But the trouble is, that's the truth. So the sooner you stop remembering, that is, putting your body together. Now, you can't put your body together, really, because it's already together, made by God as a projection. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about an inner body that you are remembering. And so you remember yourself. So you give up eating too much, or you give up having the last word, or whatever it is, you give that up. That dismantles yourself a bit, dismembers yourself a bit, and then you start remembering. And so you, having got rid of a bit of yourself, you start remembering again. And that remembers you. And so now you're back where you started. You've still got your inner body intact, because you will remember the past. See, the selfish body is all made of past. And the more you use your memory to remember your historical life, your living life, the more you remember yourself, your unhappy being inside, your happy self, unhappy self. You've got to stop remembering things. Now, I'm talking about remembering unnecessary things, but how many things have you got to remember when you go out of this door? If your body wants a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, you don't have to remember it for crying down the sink, do you? You don't have to. Your body will go over and you'll select, and you won't have to do any memory at all, because you don't have to remember where the coffee is and tea is, because your body knows where the coffee and tea is. If only you will go still. If you can't remember, go still, and your body will guide you there sooner or later, or it will come up to you where it is. But how many times do you remember what's unnecessary? All the time. Every time you think, you're remembering. So you build the monitor all the time, the self, which is the monitor, which has the unintelligent, seemingly intelligent conversations with yourself. You keep remembering it and rebuilding it. Now, a strange thing happens when you get my age. The ability to remember is lost to a considerable degree. That's because, by the way of things, and quite naturally, you're becoming more innocent, or you should be. And all the older people will tell you the same thing. They can't remember things like they used to. They can't even remember words like they used to. And so they use 5 words where they used to use 1 to get around it. But that's a wonderful thing, because the remembering process is taken away from you naturally by God that created this whole process. And the self is trying to remember, look, I'm going mad. I can't remember things any longer, and unless I can find someone my own age to talk to and find out it's happening to them too, I'm quite disconcerted, confused. But I'm telling you, it's the most natural thing in the world, because you're supposed to become an innocent. You've lived your life. You've run your spring down. You're supposed to have anyway. And you don't need to remember anyway. What do you need to remember? Of course, I never forget the truth. I never have any trouble with that one, because that's not a memory. That's an instantaneous immediacy. And so there's no memory in that. But the other things, well, yeah. You see, you become innocent as you get older, you should be. And one of the reasons that you become innocent is that you've run your spring down. You've done it all. You've done everything, you know. Well, you should have done everything, but some people, of course, haven't done anything, and they're still doing things. When they're 70 and 80, they're still wanting to do things instead of having done them enough. But at any rate, it's all right. So in the way of going out, you naturally have to get rid of your memory. It'll be done for you. And on the way in, all the children, all the university people, all the people at school have been taught how to remember. And so that's how to complicate your life, is by remembering. And so the more that you remember, the more you got to think about. And the more you got to think about, the more unhappy you'll be. Isn't it amazing? But that's human existence. Fortunately, you're going to get old and you're going to forget things. Oh, it's such a natural process, isn't it? Now, you're still there? Oh, wait a minute. I mean, it hasn't gone away. Never goes away. There it is. The part is the whole. So you don't have to go through all the process that I've given you. The part's the whole. But I wouldn't feel it as the hand or the leg or some member. I just have it in my body. That's where it is. The part is the whole. You can't separate the part from the whole in truth. So there it is. Now, isn't this the simplest thing? It's so simple that you can't remember it. You just got to do it. And what you do, you don't have to remember. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Only in the world, the rational world of science, the rational world of universities, the rational worlds of schools, the rational world of learning anything, do you have to remember? In the real world, it's the world of truth and love and life and whatever. You don't have to remember, you just got to do and be. Be. Do and be. So you got it there, the part. Can't separate the part from the whole. Well, there it is. Now, it's no good me asking you to close your eyes and do all that we had to do earlier, because you can do it now with your eyes open. As long as you don't allow your monitor, your mind, to question what you are doing. It is you who is doing it, not the mind's. So the mind has no right whatever to question you or to doubt. You have to overcome doubt. The doubt is of the mind. You have to overcome doubt or you're never going to find God. And this is one way to do it, where you can do something that your mind can never do. You can be pure sensation. You can be still. You can be intelligent. And it takes great intelligence just to be pure sensation, without thinking, without interpreting, without the monitor coming in. Just being it. Because it's nothing, is it? That's the wonder of it. It's the equivalent of being nothing. Isn't that amazing? Everything out here is something. But in there it turns into nothing, which is what consciousness is. Now, if you can't do this, please take with you my advice to go around the body and feel the sensation, or focus on the sensation in the legs, the arms, the chest, and do it that way until the day comes, and always endeavor to go straight into it, into the whole of it, which is in the body, not in any part. There's no need for the parts then. It's just there.